Hello everyone, welcome to today's session on joint probability distribution. We are already aware of the definition of the random variables. The definition says like, if any function assigns a real values to the outcomes of the considered random experiment, then that function is said to be a random variable. Now coming to the definition of joint probability distribution, let capital X, it takes the values x1, x2, so on up to xm, and capital Y, which takes the values y1, y2, y3, so on up to yn, are two discrete random variables, then the joint probability distribution function of x and y is defined as p of x is equal to xi and y is equal to yj, or in other notation, it is p of xi yj or f of xi yj, where the function f of xy satisfies the condition f of x comma y is greater than 0 for all I comma j, and the double summation running over I and j, f of xi comma yj is equal to 1. It means to the given random experiment, we assign the two random variables x and y, and the joint probability distribution of the variables x and y is given by f of xi comma yj. This f of xi comma yj represents the probability of getting the random variable x is equal to xi and y is equal to yj. Next, coming to the joint probability distribution table, for the given experiment, we have the two random variables x and y. I take the values of x along the first column and I take the values of y along the first row. So this x1, x2, x3, so on up to xm represents the outcome of the experiment. This y1, y2, y3, so on up to yn also represents the outcome of the experiment. Now, this p11 represents probability of getting the random variable capital X equal to x1 and capital Y is equal to y1. Same way, p12 stands for getting the random variable x1 and y2. p13 stands for getting the random variable x is equal to x1 and y is equal to y3, and so on. Similarly, coming to the last row, xm and y1. So it is pm1. pm1 represents the probability of getting random variable x equal to xm and y is equal to y1. Same way, pm2 is probability of getting random variable x equal to xm and y is equal to y2, so on up to pmn. This pmn stands for probability of getting random variable x equal to xm and y is equal to yn. So this is the joint probability distribution entries. Now coming to the last row and the last column. So coming to the last row, I have taken this as a g of y. So if I sum up all the joint probability entries along the column, I get g of y1. So for the y1, this g of y1 is the marginal distribution entry. This y2, g of y2. For y3, marginal entry is g of y3. Same way along the rows, for x1, marginal distribution is f of x1. For x2, marginal distribution of f of x2. So on up to xm, the marginal distribution entry is f of xm. Now we study what do you mean by marginal distribution. So the definition of marginal probability distribution says like, in the joint probability distribution table, f of x1, f of x2, so on up to f of xm, and g of y1, g of y2, so on up to g of yn are called the marginal probability distributions that represents. What does that represents? The sum of all the entries in the all columns and all rows respectively. It means f of x1 represents sum of all the entries along the rows, and g of y1, g of y2 represents sum of all the entries along the column wise. So when we move to the table, we can observe here p11 plus p12 plus p13 so on up to p1n is equal to f of x1. This is a marginal distribution for the random value x1. Same way, if we go along the columns, p11 plus p21 plus p31 so on up to pm1 is equal to g of yn. Sorry, g of y1. This represents the marginal distribution of the random value capital Y is equal to y1. So now we know what do you mean by joint probability distribution table and the marginal distribution. Next is definition of independent random variables. So the discrete random variables x and y are said to be independent if it satisfies the condition p of x equal to xi, y is equal to yj is equal to p of x is equal to xi into p of y is equal to yj. Or in other words, we can write it as f of xi dot g of yj. It means if the joint probability will be equal to product of marginal distribution, then we call the random variables x and y as independent. So I repeat again, if the joint probability is equal to the product of marginal distribution entries, we call that as the independent random variables. And we have the one more result. The random variables are said to be independent if the covariance of x comma y is equal to 0. So for the considered random variable x and y, if the covariance is 0, then also we call those two random variables as independent random variables. So now we study what do you mean by the covariation of the random variables. Before that, we move to the expectation and variance. Now expectation, variance, and covariance. Now we study one by one. What do you mean by expectation? What do you mean by variance? And what do you mean by the covariance? Here, let capital X be the random variable, taking the random values x1, x2, so on up to xn. Having the probability function f of x. It means capital X is a random variable, x1, x2, so on up to xm are random values, and this f of x represents the probability function of random variable x. Same way, if I consider one more variable capital Y, the entries are y1, y2, so on up to yn, and the probability function is g of y. If I consider two random variables and its entries, then now we define the expectation and the variance now. Now the expectation of the capital X is denoted by E of x. So E of x here represents expectation of x, and it is given by the formula summation xi into f of xi. Same way, expectation of y. Expectation of y is E of y is equal to summation yj into g of yj. Yj here is a random value, g of yj is the probability distribution. Sorry, yj here is the random values and g of yj is the marginal distribution. Next, coming to the variance of capital X is denoted by sigma x square. So it is given by the formula sigma x square is equal to E of x square minus E of x whole square, where E of x is expectation of x. Same way, E of x whole square is equal to the formula for expectation of x square is given by summation xi square into f of xi minus mu x square. Mu x means expectation of x. Next, on the same lines, we have defined the formula for the variance of y, where variance is given by sigma y square is equal to expectation of y square minus E of y whole square. Next, covariance. Covariance of the random variables x and y is denoted by covariance of x comma y. It is given by the formula covariance of x comma y is equal to double summation running over I j xi yj into f of xi comma yj minus mu x into mu y, where mu x represents expectation of x, mu y represents expectation of y. This is definition of covariance. Next, the correlation between x and y. So for given two random variables x and y, we denote the correlation as rho of x comma y. Rho of x comma y is equal to covariance of x comma y divided by sigma x into sigma y, where sigma x represents the standard deviation of variable x, sigma y represents the standard deviation of variable y. Next is again expectation of xy. So how to define the formula for expectation of product of two random variables, that is x into y. It is given by E of x into y is equal to double summation xi yj into f of xi comma yj. So these are the important formulas we require in order to solve the problems under the joint probability distribution. So now we move to the problems now. The joint distribution of two random variables x and y is as follows. So the joint probability distribution entries are given. The x takes the values 1 and 5, y takes the values minus 4, 2, and 7. And here, this 1 by 8 is nothing but the probability of getting random variable x equal to x1 and y is equal to y1. That is x equal to 1 and y is equal to minus 4. It is given by 1 by 8. Now, what we do, before finding out the required statistics, we first redefine the table with the use of notations. Given the probability joint distribution table as follows. So now we take x and y random variables. x1 is 1, x2 is 5, y1 is minus 4, y2 is 2, y3 is 7. And the marginal distributions are f of x and g of y. Now we write the notation now. x1, y1 means p11. It is given as 1 by 8. Next, x1, y2 is p12. It is 1 by 4. x1, y3 is p13. It is 1 by 8. Now, if we sum up all these, 1 by 8 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8, we get 1 by 2. So the marginal distribution of random variable x1 is 1 by 2. Same way, marginal distribution of random variable x2 is 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8, it is again 1 by 2. Okay. Now on the same lines, we find the marginal distribution along the column wise also. It is 1 by 8 plus 1 by 4 is 3 by 8. 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 is 3 by 8. 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8 is 1 by 4. So now if we sum all the marginal distribution entries, we're supposed to get 1. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is also 1. And 3 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 1 by 4 is also equal to 1. So it is a must condition. When you sum up all the marginal distribution entries, we need to get the value as 1 because the maximum probability value will be equal to 1. Now we find out 1 by 1. First, we are supposed to find out expectation of x, expectation of y, and then expectation of the product of x into y. Now, I have rewritten the marginal distribution entries. For x equal to 1, marginal distribution is 1 by 2. For 1, it is 1 by 2. For 5, it is 1 by 2 again. For 5, marginal distribution is 1 by 2. Same way, marginal distribution for random variable y. So it is minus 4, 2, and 7. For minus 4, 2, and 7, the marginal distributions are 3 by 8, 3 by 8, and 1 by 4. It is 3 by 8, 3 by 8, and 1 by 4. Now we find out the expectation. Now we have the formula of expectation of x. It is summation xi into f of xi. So when we expand this summation, it stands like x1 into f of x1 plus x2 into f of x2. Now how many values of x we have? Only x1 and x2. So what we do here? x1 into f of x1 plus x2 into f of x2. So if we do that, we get expectation of x is equal to 3. Next is expectation of y. It is summation over the value j. It is yj into g of yj. It is all the values of yj and all the values of gyj we need to take. So it is like y1 into g of y1 plus y2 into g of y2 plus y3 into g of y3. If we do that, we get expectation of y is equal to 1. Next is expectation of x into y. Expectation of x into y, I take the explicit formula directly. It is double summation xi yj into pij. So it is like x1 y1 p11. So x1 is 1, y1 is minus 4, p11 is 1 by 8. With the help of the joint probability distribution table, we get all these entries. Plus next x1 y2 p12. x1 is 1, y2 is 2, p12 is 1 by 4. Next is x1 y3 p13. It is x1 is 1, y3 is 7, p13 is 1 by 8. Again plus x1 is done. Next is x2. It is x2 y1 p21. x2 is 5, y1 is minus 4, p21 is 1 by 4. Next x2 y2 p22. x2 is 5, y2 is 2, p22 is 1 by 8. The next value is x2 y3 p23. x2 is 5, y2 is 7. Next p23 is 1 by 8. So this, when we simplify this, we get expectation of x comma y, expectation of x into y is equal to 3 by 2. The next is we are supposed to find out the variance of x. So the variance of x formula is x. We are supposed to find. The next is we are supposed to find the variance of x. The formula to find the variance of x is sigma x square is equal to expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square. So anyhow, we have found the value of expectation of x. It is found to be 3. Now summation xi square into f of xi. The x1 is 1. It is 1 square into 1 by 2 plus x2 into f of x2. x2 is 2. x2 is 5. 5 square into 1 by 2 minus mu x square. Mu x is expectation of x square. It is 3 square. So it is found to be sigma x is equal to 2. Next is expectation of x y. Expectation of y is given by sigma y square is equal to e of y square minus e of y whole square. So when we substitute all the values in the formula and simplify, we get sigma y is equal to 4.33. Next is a covariance we need to find. Yes. The covariance of x comma y. The covariance of x comma y is given by expectation of x into y minus expectation of x into expectation of y. Expectation of x into y is found to be 3 by 2 minus expectation of x is 3, expectation of y is 1. So the covariance of x comma y is equal to minus 3 by 2. The next is rho of x comma y. Correlation of x comma y. It is given by covariance of xy divided by sigma x into sigma y. Substitute all the values here. Covariance is minus 3 by 2 divided by sigma x and sigma y. Sigma x is found to be 2, sigma y is 4.33, which implies that minus 1732 is the value of correlation between x comma y. So this is about the expectation, variance, covariance, and joint probability distribution table. Thank you all.